In 2002, he founded Space Exploration Technologies, otherwise known as SpaceX. SpaceX is a company that creates and manufactures vehicles, primarily rocket technology. The aim? To reduce the cost of spaceflight in hopes of expanding human life beyond Earth. Doing such an ambitious project required a great deal of money. Musk initially found it impossible to get funding for SpaceX, which many investors saw as a pipe dream. Going against traditional business practices, Musk channeled all his money into the company to make it a reality. And a reality it became. SpaceX currently has a $1.6 billion contract with NASA to resupply and eventually ferry people to the International Space Station. Musk has reduced the cost of reaching the International Space Station by over 80%. If you want to know more about SpaceX, there's already a cold fusion video on it, so check out the description afterwards. After SpaceX, in 2004, Musk would help fund Tesla. The first Tesla car, the Tesla Roadster, was the first electric vehicle to break the public's conceptual mold of an electric car. After this came the Model S, of which the fastest models can do 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2.8 seconds. Of course, if you want to know more about Tesla Motors, I've got a video on that as well, so you can check the description. In 2013, Elon introduced his latest endeavor, the Hyperloop. It's a form of transportation that theoretically could send people from San Francisco to Los Angeles in half an hour by the way of pressurized tubes. Of course, it's not a new idea, but Musk has overseen a competition to build the transport system to advance the technology. Once again, I've already done a video on this, so you can check the description.
The houses you see around you are all solar houses. I don't know if you know that. Did you notice? Yeah. The goal is to have electric or solar roofs that look better than a normal roof, generate electricity, last longer, have better insulation, and actually have an installed cost that is less than a normal roof plus the cost of electricity. So we're going to show you, this is the before shot of that house over there. Now that's all solar. If you look carefully, you can see the solar cells. So that house is also solar, and that's a sort of a style of a French slate, which is one of the hardest things to do. It's what the French slate hydrographic looks like. You can see that. The third house is really transformative. From the vantage point of the street, it looks completely opaque, but as the angle changes, it goes from transparent to opaque. To the sun, it's transparent. The most surprising one is the Tuscan glass. All of the dark tiles have solar panels. From the sun's vantage point, which tends to be high angle, you can see the solar cells, but as you change the angle to a shallow angle, it reverts to sort of a orangey color. One of the other advantages of glass is that we can actually make it a lot tougher and last a lot longer than a conventional roof. We want it to look better, last longer, provide better insulation, and cost less, all things considered, than a conventional roof. And I think taking this approach, it can be. That's where we're headed, and I hope you agree that's the future we want. Thank you.
What I really want to try to achieve here is to make Mars seem possible. There are really two fundamental paths. One path is we stay on Earth forever, and then there will be some eventual extinction event. The alternative is to become a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species. Why Mars? They're actually they're remarkably close in a lot of ways. There's three main choices. That methane actually was the clear winner. And this is a simulation of the overall system. This is to give you a sense of size.
I'm going to ask a question where you can only answer by saying either yes, no, or it's complicated. All right? So let's start over here. Is some form of superintelligence possible, Jan? Yes, no, or it's complicated?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
No.
But I think if it reaches a threshold where it's as smart as the smartest, most inventive human, then, I mean, it really could be, I mean, a matter of days before it's smarter than the sum of humanity.
We already have, we're already a cyborg. It's just that, I mean, you have a digital version of yourself or partial version of yourself online in the form of your emails and your social media and all the things that you do. And you have basically superpowers in that with your computer and your phone and the applications that are there. You have more power than the President of the United States had 20 years ago. That you can answer any question, you can video conference with anyone
Right.
anywhere, you can send a message to millions of people instantly. You know, you just do incredible things. And, but the constraint is input output. So we're I/O bound, particularly output bound. I mean, like your output level is so low. It's like, particularly on a phone, like your two thumbs are sort of tapping away. This is ridiculously slow. Our input is much better because we have a high bandwidth visual interface to the brain. Like our eyes
take in a lot of data. So there's many orders of magnitude difference between input and output. So mostly, effectively merging in a symbiotic way with digital intelligence revolves around eliminating the I/O constraint. So it'd be some sort of direct cortical interface.
And you called it a neural lace?
Neural lace, yeah.
It's totally not Google Glass, right?
No, I'm talking about
No, but
something
it's
which...
like you wear it? Or you,
No, I mean, it would be... I mean, there are a few ways to approach this, but some sort of interface directly with your cortical neurons particularly.
But doesn't that imply surgical insertion?
Not necessarily. You could go through the veins and arteries because that provides a complete roadway to all of your neurons. Your neurons are very heavy users of energy, so they need high blood flow. So you automatically, with your veins and arteries, have a road network to your neurons.
Still some kind of surgery, right?
Yes, but you could insert something, basically, into the jugular and have. It gets macabre, but
It sounds really easy and
it doesn't involve.
risk-free.
It doesn't involve, like chopping your skull off or anything like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And plus, you're not a house cat anymore.